Presentation 3 in the building blocks of a free society. Equality of rights. We've considered the first two building blocks, individual freedom and rights. Now let's consider equality of rights. We've seen that freedom requires rights. However, freedom and rights are meaningless without equality. Our founders wrote in the Declaration of Independence that some truths are self-evident, and one of these is the fact that all men are created equal. Yet everyone knows that no two human beings are exactly alike in any respect. They differ when they are born. They plainly exhibit different natural skills. They acquire different tastes. They develop along different lines. They vary in physical strength, mental capacity, emotional stability, inherited social status, in their opportunities for self-fulfillment, and scores of other ways. Then how can they be equal? The answer is they can't, except in two ways. They can be treated as equals in the sight of the law and in the protection of their rights. It is the task of society to accept people in all their vast array of individual differences, but to treat them as equals when it comes to their role as human beings. As members of society, all persons should have their equality guaranteed in two areas: inequality before the law and equality of rights. Alexander Solzhenitsyn was a Russian author and historian. He was a human rights advocate who was imprisoned by the Soviet Union for his beliefs on human rights. Solzhenitsyn wrote, "Human beings are born with different capacities. If they are free, they are not equal. And if they are equal, they are not free." Equality of rights and equality before the law facilitate equality of opportunity. Milton Friedman was a Nobel Prize-winning economist and author. Regarding equality of opportunity, he wrote, "No one should be prevented by arbitrary obstacles from using his capacities to pursue his own objectives." Furthermore, he stated equality of opportunity presents no conflict with the liberty to shape one's own life. There was an obvious conflict between the words in the Declaration of Independence and the institution of slavery. For nearly a century after slavery was abolished, equality of rights and opportunity for all were not fully realized for African Americans. The Reverend Martin Luther King, Jr. brought this situation to the forefront of American political discussion and championed the cause of equality of rights and equality of opportunity for African Americans. In a historic speech in Washington, D.C. in 1963, Dr. King said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." As a result of the work of Reverend King, civil rights legislation and anti-discrimination laws were enacted that guaranteed equal rights for African Americans. If the rights and equality of some are not protected, then the rights and equality of all are in jeopardy. America has taken great strides toward equality of rights and equality of opportunity for African Americans, as evidenced by the election of President Barack Obama. In a free society, no arbitrary obstacle should prevent people from achieving those positions for which their talents fit them and which their values lead them to seek. Not birth, nationality, color, religion, sex, nor any other irrelevant characteristic should determine the opportunities that are open to a person, only his or her abilities. Key points for Section 3 on equality. No two human beings are exactly alike in almost any respect. They can be treated as equals when it comes to their roles as human beings, in the sight of the law and in the protection of their rights. No arbitrary obstacle should prevent people from achieving those positions for which their talents fit them and which their values lead them to seek.